teenage girls are charged with capital murder in the shooting death of an 18-year-old man. It happened around 5:15 Sunday morning in the 2500 block of Houston Street near the American Airlines Center. Dallas police are looking to arrest a third suspect. Fox 4's Stephen Dial joins us live with more. Stephen.
Clarice, that second arrest happened just a few hours ago, according to Dallas police. We don't know much about the victim, but they all ran away from a traffic stop, and now DPD is searching for one final suspect. Dallas police made a second arrest in the murder of 18-year-old Jake Reynosa. He was killed around 5 a.m. Sunday. Police say he was walking in the Victory Park area, a densely populated part of Dallas, where witnesses heard what happened.
I woke up and I just heard something. Wasn't sure if it was a gunshot or anything. I thought it was a hit and run, but I looked out the window and I saw a gentleman laying on the ground, and I saw three people that were running. Like, they looked at him, then they took off running.
Dallas police said the suspects ran to a vehicle and left the scene.
Later, officers located the suspect vehicle. They tried to do a traffic stop, but the suspects ran from the vehicle.
Police arrested a 15-year-old girl a short time later, and Monday afternoon, officers arrested a 16-year-old girl, both now charged with capital murder. Investigators are still working leads, but say they do not believe the 15-year-old was the shooter. Mariana Malik was alarmed by the news.
But when I found out that it was a actual shooting, it was a little bit more unnerving, because it's like, if you would have missed, like, you could have easily, like, I live on the 5th floor, you could have easily, like, you know, hit like a window or something and like took out an innocent person. It's like this person was also innocent, but it's like you could have, like, you know, harmed someone else.
Police declined to say if there was a specific reason he was targeted. Kristen Lauman said investigators are still trying to locate a third suspect they believe is a man.
They're obviously surveilling the area for surveillance video, also talking with any potential witnesses that were at the scene as well.
As for Malik, who moved to Dallas 6 months ago, she said this is the second violent incident outside her residence, and she and her husband are thinking about moving.
Very weird to see two, like, you know, violent crimes within this less than 6 months.
Now, these juveniles have prior violent juvenile records in the family court. This is why, from day one, when I came here, I knew that we were missing a whole segment of criminals in D.C., in our nation's capital, because the D.C. Council thinks that these kids need to be protected. They don't need to be protected. They need to be made accountable, and we need to be protected. I am advocating and have advocated for jurisdiction over juveniles 14, 15, 16, and 17. They need to be brought into the criminal court so that we can prosecute them. Because if we do, we can prevent the murder that happened here, based upon the histories of these two and the third individual that I cannot talk about. Eric didn't deserve to be gunned down, and the system failed him. The system that felt that juveniles needed to be coddled. And it's bad enough to be gunned down on any street, but to be gunned down in our nation's capital is an outrage. This killing underscores why we need the authority to prosecute these younger kids, because they're not kids, they're criminals. They're violent criminals. We have to hold them accountable. We have to prevent them from robbing the innocence of their lives.
It's Sue Kalberg with KENS 5 here at Juvenile Court, where today two brothers aged 14 and 16 ask a judge to release them from custody, even though they just turned themselves in 2 weeks ago on capital murder warrants. Judge Jackie Valdez said no. She ordered the teens to remain detained. This relates to the murder of Simon Cuevas. You may remember it was a highly publicized case back in April. The 14-year-old boy was walking home from Brewer Academy when he was surrounded by a group of young men who beat him, shot him, and left him to die on the street. The mother of the 14-year-old said her son isn't safe in juvenile, that he's already been attacked. Prosecutors argued the two remain a threat to themselves and others, and they should remain locked up. They both will return for their next detention hearings 10 days from now. At the Juvenile Justice Center, Sue Kalberg, KENS 5.
Murder of congressional intern Eric Tarpinian-Jackum epitomizes what Republicans say is wrong with Washington, D.C. Police charged the teenage duo with first-degree murder. Authorities are prosecuting them as adults.
The D.C. Council has coddled young criminals for years. His death is a stark reminder of how fragile life is and how violence too often visits us in the nation's capital.
Pirro says the suspects faced legal trouble before. Tarpinian-Jackum died in June, caught in the crossfire of a drive-by shooting.
This should have never happened, and it happens all over America, and it needs to stop.
Tarpinian-Jackum attended the University of Massachusetts Amherst. He interned for GOP Kansas Representative Ron Estes.
Our first awareness that something was wrong was, Tuesday morning when Eric didn't come to work. Our staff was calling Eric and reaching out to him, and actually, finally, one of the police officers answered the phone, his cell phone that we were calling.
Congressional Republicans are trying to write a crime bill which may apply outside Washington, D.C.
A couple of the areas that we're looking at specifically and initially is the juvenile crime problem, which is a big thing around the country that there's some ideas on how to address, and also these restrictive policing policies that have done real harm in major cities.
Now, police just announced they're searching for a third murder suspect. That's 18-year-old Naquan Antonio Lucas. There's a $50,000 reward for information leading to his arrest.
Good morning, sir. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Chris Aguilar, October 31st, 2008.
All right, thank you. You're free to remain standing. Have a seat, whatever you're more comfortable with going forward. So this is our 30-day review hearing concerning housing. So people who are here may be coming to court for the first time, or the defendant may be not familiar with this. Let me tell you what this is. Every 30 days, anytime there's a juvenile that is being prosecuted as an adult, we have hearings to discuss the proper placement in terms of where that person should be housed. On August the 20th of this year, the Juvenile Probation Department made a placement recommendation and then concluded that it was in the best interest of the defendant and the youth in juvenile custody for the defendant to be housed at MCSO. This was done consistent with 34 U.S.C. section 11133A11B. The court now needs to make a determination if that housing is still appropriate. Let me first hear from the defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. All is well at LBJ. We have no requests or anything further to report.
All right, thank you. So you're not requesting him to be moved at this time, is that correct?
Not today, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. From the state?
Your Honor, the state's also asking that the court maintain the current order. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Because there's been no change in circumstances since the last time the decision was made on August the 20th, and after considering the age of the juvenile, the maturity of the juvenile, prior delinquent acts, current mental state of the juvenile, whether the juvenile poses an imminent risk of harm to himself, whether or not the available juvenile detention facilities can meet the needs of the juvenile and protect the public safety.
Hello guys, welcome back to my social commentary. I hope you are doing good and you are watching this video. And if this is your first time of coming across our video, do well to subscribe to our channel and tell us what you think about this video in the comment section.
Reporting live here on the scene in Northwest Washington, D.C., the National Guards and Feds have completely taken over the city. Military trucks are lined up, agents on every corner, and the whole area feels locked down. Here, an 18-year-old boy was taken into custody after police say they found a half-filled bottle of Sutter Homes wine sitting next to him, the miniature one. Within moments, officers and federal agents swarmed in, cuffed him, and hauled him away. What may look like something small, just a bottle of wine, has now turned into a symbol of how serious this crackdown really is. In a city under federal control, even the smallest slip can cost you everything. Reporting live from Northwest D.C., this is your update on the situation as it unfolds. One Amber Kush. And remember, stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay inside if you can, because these police and feds are locking people up for any reason at all.
Pleased to be joined today by Mayor Muriel Bowser, the Mayor of Washington, D.C., and Judge Jeanine Pirro, and the members of the Metropolitan Police Department and our federal partners in announcing 2 arrests in the homicide of 21-year-old Eric Tarpinian Jackham. I'm joined today by members of the Metropolitan Police Department, Assistant Chief Ramey Kyle of our Investigative Services Bureau, Commander Kevin Kentish, who leads the Criminal Investigation Division, and Detective Gabriel Truby of the Homicide Division. This morning, Judge Pirro and I had the opportunity to speak with Eric's mother, and our thoughts and prayers remain with the family.
A congressman is about to get away with domestic violence because Trump took over the D.C. police. So before Trump took over D.C.'s Metropolitan Police Department, they issued an arrest warrant for Representative Corey Mills for allegedly assaulting a 27-year-old woman. Now, this arrest warrant was never executed because Trump appointees in the U.S. Attorney's Office refused to sign it. Then Trump decided he was going to start his National Guard takeover of the city, and Mayor Muriel Bowser
You have behind me a group of people who I think recognize today as the kind of day that reminds us why we do what we do. So, welcome to the United States Attorney's Office. I'm United States Attorney Jeanine Pirro. Every day in America, we lose innocent victims to violent criminals who seek to impose their violence on others. There is no timing. There is no warning. It's like a thunderbolt out of the sky.
You guys, thank you for watching our video. We really appreciate it. And if this is your first time of coming upon our video, do well to subscribe to our channel and tell us what you think about the video in the comment section. You're welcome.